The world is different.
Beyond a lifetime ago, a war between nature and civilization arose overnight, seemingly without reason. 50 years ago, it paused in a tense stalemate.
1 year ago, on a cold winter's day, the mountainous city of Bulwark erupted as its long-held godly prisoner escaped his chains from beneath the stone. The decimation was the righting of a great wrong, but a terrible price was paid.
Our heroes, who set the freedom and destruction in motion, were called to the lands of their former enemy to help this god on his path to reascension. Their mission complete, their eyes turned back to a threat at home.
They look at their footprints, at the trail that they've blazed, a trail that led them to redemption and peace. Now, the same footprints lead them back home, and they walk a path where they might just find the end. And as the sun rises over the summit, they face the day together. Hello, and welcome back to another path. My name is Chase, and I continue to be your GM. Today, Zaffir returns to Everburn Hall to reunite with old friends and to make some new ones. Thank you to our backers, Ice Tier Brewing, Patrick, and Connor for their support. If you like what you hear and you like what we've been doing, consider donating to us at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. And with that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down another path.
We have arrived, baby.
We have arrived.
I'm so excited!
Me too! Everything's going wrong!
Wait a second. You aren't my usual friends. What's happening here?
Welcome to the party.
This
now.
is...
Self-flagellation.
Where's Griffin and Ryan at?
I think Zach Robb has experienced what his character in our Monster Hearts have experienced, and he has gone to the alternate dimension.
I'm in a different timeline right now. This is weird.
TVA steps out from behind Zach Robb.
No!
Look, if anyone's going to cause a variant of themselves, it's probably going to be Zaffir, so that's fair. Hi, Duval. Hi, Kim.
Hey, Zach.
Hi, Christina.
What's up?
Hi!
Hi, I'm playing with you guys.
You
today.
are!
Are you so excited?
I'm very
with
excited.
you?
No, I'm playing with y'all.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as we have that
Look,
resolved.
I have entered your space now, so...
I don't feel that that's how Zaffir would see it, but I believe he's Zach Robb. Let's be honest. Zaffir is always the main stage actor.
What can I say? He walks into a room and then it's his. But like me, Zach, am very happy to be in your space.
Me, Christina, is very happy for you, Zach, to be in our space.
Yeah, this is gonna be real fun.
Yay.
I'm excited, Mike.
This is even weirder for me. Last time it was weird enough to have Chase GM and have me play in the Another Path world, but holy shit!
Yeah.
What if the actual
But-
oh, there's a person here that's actually in the show. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Cam is
You're so
fangirling.
starstruck. Yeah. So starstruck. It's great.
So, are we doing the thing where we're talking about how our characters level up?
I suppose we could do that.
Ah, yes.
Yay!
I don't know enough about your characters. You there, the scaly boy.
Oh, hi, it's me.
Hi there. Read Roxingtrum from the Roxingtrum Times. It's a self-published news magazine. What's going on in your life?
Well, I pooped myself because mind flares, and thus I leveled up.
I hate when that happens.
The good old shitting levels. The best coingo.
That's
You're well.
Keep it simple.
Ryan, I do this for you. But yeah, what did you get on your level up, Duval?
What did I get? I believe not a whole lot.
Level 10. I think
actually, that is not true. I've received improved divine smite, so kind of a big deal. More scary things for me to do.
Yeah, because that's just the flat D8 that's on all your attacks now. Yeah.
No, just when I use divine smite.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure divine smite. It's whenever you make a melee attack, you get an extra D8.
With a melee weapon.
Yeah, so like you don't have to add Divine Smite. That just is always when you make a hit with the melee weapon, you add an extra D8 of Divine on.
So what had happened was when I played Rob Roth at level 20, I did not know that. So I've literally been fucking myself over damage-wise.
Oh, yeah. No, you do an extra D8 just anytime you hit now. It's very, very good.
Well, that'll be helpful.
It's like whatever the cleric gets with like the D6 of whatever at level something.
You know your details so well, Zach.
I know a lot of vague details.
Yes,
helpful.
of course.
Hello, young miss, hide in there in the corner. This is Wyatt Fast Fingers McGee from De More You Know in Vardo. What can you tell us about your level up, please?
How did you see me? Yes. You must be very.
He always sees.
Shut up, Paul.
I have learned to be a little bit how do you say, more reliable, and I have the reliable talent feat now. Whenever I make an ability check, that I get to add proficiency to, I get to treat anything that's 9 or lower as just a 10. So.
Indeed.
So good.
It's so good.
It's very good.
It might be my favorite rogue feature.
It is the most broken thing in the game, in my
Rolled
opinion.
a 2, so 17.
Miss Clarn.
Hey, real quick, Christina, because I don't think we gave it enough credit. Can you tell us that name at a reasonable speed so that we can
Wyatt Fast Fingers McGee.
Oh, snap.
Well, isn't that just delightful? This is Eloise from the Education Manor, and I was hoping that Miss Addie, if you had some information as to how you leveled up, so that our young readers can really get to learn from how you have managed to bring yourself up in the world.
Oh, absolutely, sweetheart. Let's see. I'm a wizard. So, I'm a conjuration wizard. So, I got a 6th level spell slot. And I learned a couple extra spells. So, the spells that I decided to take, because I'm very much a get shit done and get to places you can't normally get to, I have decided to take... Hold on, my phone went out.
Gulp.
Here we go.
I
have decided to take Arcane Gate and Arcane Eye. And I also am allowed to have one extra prepared spell.
Zaffir Shenastiliath makes his way down the winding flight of stairs in the Hall of Open Secrets. It has been a day. It has been a week. It has been a month. It has been a year. And it just seems to be getting longer. Your feet find themselves on the central dais of the Hall of Open Secrets as this room is alive with activity. A sharp contrast to the smears of blood and gore on the ground that you, despite your best efforts, could not fully get rid of. There are many, many people. Armies of the Grenorian Peninsula are doing laps around for lack of anything productive to do. They just need to move. The druids of the Batulan Brotherhood are standing around a table, and the leaders from Graynor are talking with them, trying to figure out some kind of strategy to move as much of their armies as possible. As you arrive, it is Archdruidess Leia that approaches you. Right. Zaffir, are you prepared?
Yes, I have my things and I am ready to go.
Excellent. I do believe Baelit Haram, the black dragonborn grand entreater of the Sleeping Seer, makes his way down the stairs behind you. We're ready, Leia. And Kaelin Kane is already in the main room, ready to go. Right, so what's the plan? And as he says that, 3 druids make their way over to the 3 of you. These individuals will be taking you to the edge of the wilds. They are the only ones that have ranged that far. They'll be able to get you right there from there, you should be able to figure out something from the wall. Kalen should be able to get you in there without much trouble, and we've been working out some faster means of transport. Hopefully, it shouldn't take too long from there.
Understood. We're 3 grand entreaters. We should be able to make our way from there.
I have full confidence. All right, the 3 druids, a shifter, a human, and a kobold approach you. The kobold speaks up. Right then, you ready to go?
Yes. And I look towards, like, Balin and Kalen. Shall we?
We shall. Let's do it. The druids lead you out of the Hall of Open Secrets, out of Lee, and towards the forest where this all initially started, or near enough to.
On my way out of the hall, I turn around and pull my my mandolin in front of me.
Yep.
And I hit a few chords, and I say, it's like to myself, like in like a way of maybe trying to like lift my spirits a little bit. I say, "Good night, Lee. You've been spectacular."
The verdant city of Lee at your back, the druids make their way to the forest, even past where this all started, because you guys came out in the fields from the Feywild. The kobold furrows their brow and looks around. Yeah, this one will do. All right, you, Zaffir, you're first one down, you're first one in. You ready?
Yeah. So
all right.
What should I expect and what should I do?
They reach out a small hand up to you. Take my hand.
Okay, and I take their hand.
He essentially just grabs a claw of a finger of yours because he is very small. Places a hand on the tree, and suddenly the tree seems wobbly. It's standing straight, but like the image itself seems to be like pulsing and waving in front of you. And the kobold just leads you into the tree. He walks in as if it is hardly there.
Cool.
And as you walk in, your eyes flash as every instance of this same species of tree between you and the edge of the wilds flashes in front of you. You are bouncing from tree to tree to tree to tree to tree to tree to tree. And suddenly it stops. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
That's fair. I might yark here. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
For a 22.
With a 22, you gracefully step from this tree as if you've done this 100 times before.
Hell yeah.
Momentarily behind you, Balit walks out. Also, similarly, like, not great, but not bad. Kalen walks out and immediately yartzes.
Oh, bud.
This is why we outlawed this kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. You good?
Yes. Right then. That took a lot out of us. We're going to take a break out here in the woods, and then we're going to leave. We'll be here for like another hour or so, and then we're bouncing. If something bad goes on, come back, get us. We'll figure out how to get you back. We'll go deeper in the woods, stay the night. But
things should be good. And I'll reach down, like I'll shake their hand, and I'll shake the other two.
Mm-hmm. They'll shake their hands, nods. Right then. Look, I don't know what's happening, but it sounds bad. Good luck, you 3.
Yeah, we will probably need it, so. And I will turn to face the wall. Does the wall look active?
The wall is active, and it's been a long time since you have seen the Great Wall of Graynor.
Yeah.
Massive stone pylons that reach into the sky. Between them, just fire. Just fire as tall as the pillars themselves. A perfect defense against the wilds.
Are there like gates to it?
There are small doors in each of the pylons, and you are at a pylon.
I will cast Thaumaturgy, and I just sort of like look up towards the top of the wall. Hello.
Hey!
This is Grand Entreater Zaffir Shanastiliath, along with Grand Entreater Balit Haram and Grand Entreater Kalen Kane.
Shit, Kalen Kane's down there?
Yes, Kalen Kane's down here.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, you want to open the door, please?
Yeah, we're coming. Hold on. Come on to the door.
You make your way to the door. It has a brass C-34 emblazoned on it.
Oh, no. Why do we have to come out here?
Zaffir, roll me a quick intelligence check.
Oh, man. Just flat intelligence?
Yeah, just flat intelligence. History, if you want, if you had it.
That's a 15.
Oh. You know, I wonder how those guys knew where C-34 was.
Oh, fuck. Because they were there.
2 minutes pass, and just as you're about ready to start calling back up, the door opens up, and a bunch of humans and dwarves are inside. It's like, come on in. So wait, Kaylin, welcome, Granite Treater, welcome. Don't know you two, though.
Yeah.
Kaylin waves a hand. No, that's fine. I imagine you know. Yeah, I mean, we kind of know what's going on with... I don't know. It's very... We haven't been getting any information out of Bulwark since, like, yesterday afternoon. Everything went dark. We know something bad happened. We know that there was a resistance gathering. We don't know what's going on.
Do the keys, like people would know?
Yes.
Hey, this guy's got the key, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll pull it off of the Deep's grasp and just kind of hold it up. Like, if they want definitive proof, there it is, you know?
Looks good to me. Granite Treater, welcome. So I guess y'all are heading to that Everburn castle fort thing?
It's more of a hall.
A hall? That works. Either way, we've got something that we can... It's experimental, but it'll get you there faster. Come on with us. And they take you to what we would recognize as a garage. There is a strange, it looks like a cart, but it's got a whole bunch of magic crap attached to it and seats inside.
Does it look like something that I've seen when I was on drugs?
A little bit, actually. You know, it's got kind of an open top. It's really boxy.
Just going to go for a leisurely Sunday drive.
Okay, yeah. So this is, like I said, experimental. We haven't used it on like a long drive yet. We've just been using it to get from like pylon to pylon. But this is going to be your fastest bet out there as long as it works. We think it'll work. It's going to work. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Baylet is giving them the side eye. Kaylin is just ready to go. Right. Good. Good on you. Stay strong. Stay ready. We're going to need you sooner rather than later. And we won't need this place much longer anyways. That causes some eyebrows to raise. But they are more than content to allow that to be the case.
So I do have proficiency with land vehicles.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? That's Zaffir?
I think it might be from the soldier background, but I'm not sure.
That makes sense. Yep. Nope. That makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. So you, without even asking, like, you just take the driver's seat. This looks more like what we would recognize as a Jeep.
Oh, very good.
Military issue
Humvee.
and all that. Yep. So, very utilitarian, not super comfy. One of the soldiers comes around and gives you a very quick tutorial. You know, you push one button to start, lever to go faster, wheel to steer. It is that simple. And pretty quickly, you take your leave.
Yeah, as I'm pulling out, I press digitate some shades, pull out the drive. I've got like the cool, like, you know, like arms sort of like up on like the center console. The one hand. I look awesome.
As you pull out, you realize you get a heading, and you've still got a long ways to go. It's going to take about a day to get to your final destination. Actually, closer to 2 days. Well, yeah, 2 days to really get there. So you've got a long time, and you mostly pass the drive in silence. Mm-hmm. There is one moment, evening of your first day, Kalen has passed out in the back seat. He is exhausted. He has never really gotten a full night's sleep since the attack on Bulwark. Baylet is looking out into the distance and is just kind of thinking, "Hey, Zaffir, what did you want to be when you grew up? Like before they took you?"
I mean, they got me when I was 6, so I didn't really have much time to think about it, honestly. I think I may have wanted to be a writer like my father.
Yeah. His work was incredible.
Yeah, I've read some of it. I found a copy when we were in Planeswatch.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a chance to meet him. He was just, I'm kind of like right in between y'all's ages. They pulled me when I was 14.
It's strange. I barely got to know him, but the Deep holds on to people. So I kind of get to talk to him every once in a while.
They all do, in some way.
Which is strange, because, I know he's my father, and, I have a lot of love and respect for him, but, he's effectively a stranger to me.
That's fair.
So I don't know quite how to feel towards him. It's odd.
I was living on the streets, but I always wanted to be a doctor, healing people. Maybe join the church. Ah, well. Here we are.
The world has other plans, I guess.
Doesn't it always? You drive deep into the night. Jumping north, and jumping back a little bit to the city of Norwalk. It has been a blur. Really, from the moment that you first saw the Mind Flayers, you have had very little control over where you go. Because as soon as Addie landed you all back in the teleportation circle of Geitworth Academy, everything has happened almost all at the same time. Addie, you know these people, you know how all of this is supposed to work. Even you are having a hard time keeping up. After an incredibly turbulent afternoon, evening, and night, what is decided is that everybody will gather at the closest place, at the closest inhabited place, which is a newly renovated keep called Everburn Hall. It went out of use during the Great Burning, the kindling of the lands, if you will, but it was recently returned to a descendant of the original owners. While people won't necessarily talk about who he is well known to be a friend to the current government of Draenor. However, the individual standing in front of you is somebody that you know. His name is Percy Moth. You would know him better as the apprentice of your dearly departed frenemy, Gavroche. Well, Percy's losing his mind right now. Completely understandable reasons why, though. Yeah. He's an elf, like a full-blooded elf, but he's like 20, so he a baby elf. And you know him, incredibly accomplished. He's gonna be able to help you out.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Percy.
Yes.
Hold the cat and breathe. I hand him Chonvik.
Takes Chonvik, and he breathes. Thank you. Oh, you're my cat now. Okay. This elf is holding this cat, just kind of rocking back and forth. Right. Okay, you three. We are going to send you to Everburn Hall. That is where resistance is gathering, I imagine. I know, Headmistress Abby, I know you want to do this. Go down there. Luelda?
You can just call me Lou.
Thank you. Lou, if I remember correctly, you have a brother within the city you would like to see again. So I'm going to send you two.
I appreciate it.
And Rebroth, right?
Yes.
Excellent. You are here for money and fighting, right? Like, largely, that's kind of the vibe I have gotten.
Initially. But now this is about, I made a promise. I kind of look over to Lou. I mean to keep it.
Right. I'm going to send all three of you down. I imagine you will have to tell the story like 8 more times, and I do apologize for that. But kind of the way of how things are going to be. Does anybody, have any questions for me in this moment?
I need to stop by the library real quick.
Okay. Do that. Okay. I'm working on a couple of ideas here. You run to the library. I'm going to actually sketch something out real quick. And Addie, as you run to the library, you see Percy reach into the desk and pull out some ink and paper and start sketching. Rebroth, Llewellyn, do either of you two have anything that you would like to do before you leave this school of magic? To kind of recap, you are at Geitworth Academy. This is where Addie is the current reigning headmistress due to a sudden chain of absences. And yeah, right. And there is you are in a gorgeous city. Rebroth, you've never seen a place like this. This is a city built in the valley of 8 mountains where they all meet. And there's not a lot of real estate on the ground, but they build up. So there are many towers coming out of the mountains and out of the valley itself. You are in Geitworth Academy, which is a network of 4 towers. There's 3 creating a triangle and a 4th in the center. You are in the central tower.
I've never been here before either. I've spent my entire life.
I think the coolest thing about it is the bricks, because all the bricks are different colors and stuff.
That's true. Yeah, every brick is made out of a different material.
Jacob appreciates the extra. I don't know if Rod does, but
no. What Rod definitely doesn't appreciate is that the robes that all of the current active members are wearing. Addie tends to eschew these robes, I think, as soon as she leaves the tower, or as soon as she knows she's going to leave the tower. But anybody who is here is wearing patchwork robes that are also made each patch is made out of a different material as well to mirror the tower.
Oh boy.
They're awful. They're awful.
They're awful to make too, coming from a costumer.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Which is why I haven't made one yet.
Understandable.
Fair, understandable. I don't expect you to. Addie typically
long-term troll.
Addie typically wears blue, if I'm remembering correctly.
She wears a lot of blue.
Since we've left, has there been any additional intel or anything like that, or is it just all proper front?
How much time has passed?
It's been about a day since you've left.
Only us knowing anything makes sense then, if we were the only ones to be able to teleport out.
And you are the only ones that have gotten out with any solid information, at least this far north. Okay. Magic is a rare enough ability that people outside of the specific mages colleges and whatnot do not have even magical means of communication. For the record, I just rolled 3d20 to see what kind of information came out. I have rolled a 7, a 2, and a 4.
As far as Llewellyn would be attempting, if I've been here for all of a day and I don't really know what's going on, I would be mostly looking around and trying to figure out if there's anything we can gather that would give us a hand up. I would turn to Addie if she was available, or whomever, and be like, so we are in the magical wizard school. Is there any kind of items that we could utilize that would help us before we run off to go plan elsewhere?
Yeah, follow me. It's near the library. I know we have some kind of magical warehouse in the school that we might be able to pick up some odder end that could help us. And I'm assuming it's near the library.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. You walk down towards the library and you see it's a lot of kind of stock standard stuff, and not a lot of enchanting work is being done at the moment. The holidays just happened, so a lot of people have taken their stuff home with them. Is there anything specific you are looking for?
Being that I hide pretty well, I'm looking for something to either assist in dealing damage, because I can do damage if I'm hiding well enough, but
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
6.
Unfortunately, you are not able to find anything. Yeah, everything. The school is effectively empty, which has actually made this a really good base of operations for the past day, because you're not being overrun with teenagers trying to figure out how to fight mind flayers. But that means that a lot of the help that they could provide just isn't there. Rebroth, was there anything that you wanted to do?
So, considering the timing of things, he doesn't take losing very, very well.
Nope.
Just a simple question. Where would one go to blow off steam in a very violent but non-deadly to those around you way?
I'm sure there's an armory where people practice spells with dummies or something.
Absolutely. Yeah, Percy nods and just like, yeah, down 6 flights of stairs down. There's a balcony. It's got a lot of like dummies and whatnot. Try and be gentle with them. They're not used to that. And he points to the Holy Avenger on your back.
Oh, well, I'll pay for it later.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. And you go downstairs and you find an incredibly picturesque balcony that has like 10 dummies just lined up on either side and one at the very far end for people who wanted to do like, you know, long range target practice. And you are able to easily blow off some steam. These things are sturdy, but you know that if you go hard, they're gonna be gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay.
Very good.
All of them?
Every single one.
All right. You walk away with 11 piles of firewood and steel behind you.
That needs to be a art drop.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Addie, what is it that you are looking for?
I run into the library and I pick up some first level spell books and I spend 100 gold. I learn the 2 first level spells, Burning Hands and Identify, because I'm sure those will be handy.
Hey.
Indeed.
And how? The 3 of you reconvene with Percy back in Gavrosh's old office. He has a diagram ready to go. Okay, so, Addie, I'm going to give you this, and he hands a diagram to you. It is a teleportation circle.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to go. Give me, like, 10 minutes. I'm going to get there, draw it, because I was able to scry my way down there, so I know what I'm looking for. I'll land, get that taken care of. That way you can bounce in, and then we will just have that there. I will plan on staying there for as long as we need in order to make sure all of this is taken care of and we can start moving people around. Sounds good?
Yes.
Cool. All right. See you in a bit. And Percy snaps his fingers and you see 2 giant moth wings like sprout out from his back, wrap around him, and he's gone.
Cool.
As he casts teleport.
That's a handy trick.
I'll just leave the gold here. And I put like 10 gold on the table.
Uh-huh.
That's fair.
10 minutes pass. Do any of you have anything specific that you are trying to do in that time, or do you just kind of wait it out?
I pat Lou on the back. We'll get your brother out. Don't worry.
I mean, he is of insignificant worth to the leaders that I'm hopeful that. But what if he's one of them when we get there? What? Okay. I have a knife that I'm like, I'm just like constantly playing with, always fidgeting at this point.
For sure.
I make sure to give myself wide berth of the knife. Because while you may be in control of the knife, I might fall into it.
Honestly, likely at this point.
Yes.
Totally possible. Absolutely.
The 10 minutes passes, and Addie, you are able to draw out the circle. Do you cast the teleportation circle?
I look at everybody. All right, now, is everybody ready this time?
Considering last time was a bit more urgent, I have taken a breath in and will be ready to go.
All right. Lou?
Okay.
All right, Bratlats and rushing forward. Here we go.
And you 3, in an instant, find yourself surrounded by that now very familiar white light as you rush across time and space and find yourselves instantly outside of a bustling keep. A sign above the gates reads in freshly painted bright letters, Everburn Hall.
That is a very weird name for a place. That looks like it is not burning, nor should it.
Oh, I actually thought we were coming in hot. I sheathed my holy adventure.
Percy is there and is kicking dirt over top of the circle itself, which it looks like he just very hastily made in the dirt and sand. Yeah, I missed my mark. Sorry, I gave myself as much time as I could to get us close, but we're here. And the four of you walk in and begin the process of talking to people and figuring out exactly what it is that's going to happen. A day passes. Zaffir, you roll me real quick. What do you want to roll for vehicle control?
That's a good one.
I thought so.
I mean, like either perception to kind of like keep avoiding obstacles, or maybe just sleight of hand. You know, I got that wheel control.
Yeah, give me sleight of hand at advantage because you are trained in land vehicles, apparently.
I mean, that's like driving carts usually, but you know.
Yeah.
It's a 14.
You've got this under control. You're glad there is not a road to stay on or other cars to be on it, but this is fine.
I'm not going to like hit a big rock or something.
Right. The last night, you and your compatriots actually took turns on and off driving through the night. Mm-hmm. You had to stop once or twice during the day because the car overheated. It can drive as long as you want it to, as long as the heat doesn't get to it. Mm-hmm. And you are in a man-made desert.
Yeah.
Eventually, around midday of the second day, you pull up for what to you is a vaguely familiar sight. You saw Everburn at its lowest point when it was haunted and filled with hags.
Yeah. Just teeming with hags.
Just chock-a-block full of them. Ghosts and hags from toe to tip.
Like a bunch of Pokemon.
Exactly. And you arrive to find Everburn full of life. And you pull into the front gates. About 100 people are milling out in the open area. There are like tiny houses and huts outside of Everburn itself. This place has bounced back, although you can tell it is artificially done so in the past several days. A lot of temporary structures and tents are in place. You are greeted by a familiar face as Loaf, the elf of the final flight.
My boy
runs out to see what the commotion is as this strange vehicle pulls up. Right, okay, who the hell? Zaff?
Hey, how are you?
Zaffir! And he launches himself at you, big, grapple hug, and it's awkward because he's an elf and very tall.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, buddy, my dude.
Hey.
Hops down. How are you? Hi, friend of Zaffir. You are a Grand Entreater Bailet Haram. Oh, shit. And you? Grand Entreater Kalen Kane. Oh, shit. Zaff, what are you doing with...
I'm just rolling with the big dogs, yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. All right, I guess I'll take you on in to the rest of the folks that are here and planning. Okay, yeah, sure, come on in. You are led in. You are taken through the main hall where there is that bar that you had that puzzle at that one time, and you go up one of the, of that massive staircase into the theater itself. And in this massive theater, you see a crowd of people. They're gathered on stage around a table that has a model of Bulwark on it.
It's the war room. The
war room. The war stage. Where one stage is a war.
Yeah, where one stage is war, yes.
There's a lot of people around. Most of them you don't recognize. Some of them you do. One or two actually does stand out to you as somebody who you vaguely remember once being shown as another Grand Entreater, but you couldn't pick out a name or who they're attached to. But someone who is definitely familiar to you is one Adelaide Charmaine, is standing, not looking at you, just kind of looking down at this mountain.
Adelaide, I don't think I've ever seen you with such a big grimace before.
I don't look up right away because I'm not used to being addressed as Adelaide.
It's fair.
Addy.
I look up. Zaffir! And I benign transportation over to him and hug him.
The Bamp Glomp.
Everyone's hugging very hard today.
I'm sorry. I'm just so excited to see you.
Rabrothlu, you are also standing around this mountain, also grimacing. You see Addie just
And hug a very dashing dragon.
Yes.
And with another dragonborn as well, along with a gnome who looks like Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think that description ever actually made it.
I think
into
it hit once.
Man,
Okay,
that just being an immediate.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, eyebrows are like twice as long off the head. True gnomish fashion.
Fantastic. I also make sure to give Master B a very big hug.
Addie, it is good to see you again.
How are the others? How's Jackson?
They're fine.
He's great. I look at Addie, and you see Zaffir, like, he's got some new scars. As far as you're aware, the tattoos never left, but they look a little different. And he reaches down to, instead of his cool goth kid ring, he's now just got a full ass gauntlet on his hand.
Yeah.
And turns it over. Or you see a couple things, because you see one arrowhead that's been embedded in that Jackson had made, a second one, and then also a Grand Entreater key that's embedded into the gauntlet. And he pulls one of the arrowheads off, and he grabs your hand, and he puts the arrowhead in. This was the first thing I was told to do when I saw you.
I look at it.
Jackson made this for you. And I gesture to the one on my hand, on my wrist, in my gauntlet. I gesture over to Baylet. I think he like pinned his to his shirt or something. I don't remember.
He jammed it through his collar.
Is there like a little hole at the base of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think I've ever talked about Addie's focus. She doesn't wear a ring or have a staff or anything. She actually has a chain necklace with it's almost like a dog tag attached to it with arcane symbols on it. She will take off her necklace and she will stick the arrowhead onto her arcane focus and put it back on.
This was made in literally the forge of a god. And he made it one for all of us. So.
First things first, I should warn you, Magus Diamond's been compromised.
That's, I need to get, Baylet.
Yes.
Leia has been talking with Magus Diamond through that mirror of hers.
She hasn't been able to reach her in days.
Just get the message to Leia and let her know if you can.
Will do. First, though.
Hey, Rabroth! Luelda! Come over here!
Why do you have to be so loud? We're right next to you.
Oh.
She's got she has healthy lungs.
I thought you were back at the table. I'm sorry.
I walked over as you were making friendliness.
I would have been like slowly circling kind of to get up close to Addie, but I would have been far enough away that probably did need to go.
Baylet, Zaffir, this is Rabroth and Lou. They helped me retrieve one of the halves of the phylactery.
Oh, you found it?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I heard that that people were sent after it. I didn't know that it was you.
That was you?
Yeah. Magus Diamond sent me before.
I'm gonna kill her.
So wait, so half of it?
Magus Diamond has the other half.
Okay, but you have part of it.
You have it here now? You have that here now.
Maybe we should go into another room.
Maybe
that would be great.
Should,
I guess that...
We still have it, right?
Yes, you do have it.
Thank you.
Because they wanted us to surrender it, and we grabbed it before we fucked off.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I guess the question would have been, would we have left it in Norwalk or brought it with us?
You were told to bring it with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaylin speaks up. Right, Zaffir, come on up here, please. You too, Baylet.
All right. And I'll walk over to him.
Right. This is Lady Ariel Troya. She is the Grand Entreater of Gaia.
An older human woman just nods politely.
Hello, how are you feeling?
Not excellent. Whatever it is that happened out there has happened. She warned me.
I would be happy to give you an explanation in a little more
I would
detail.
appreciate that. Yes. And this is Master Red Hop Mercury, Grand Entreater of the Forebearer, Amareya Dejani.
It's very good that you are both here.
Well, we are the only ones that are here. Aside from you, Naraya, who was is the Grand Entreater of the Wanderer,
is missing. Has been for about a month now.
Okay.
Decided to go on a wander and try and follow their patron. And now here we are, and we cannot get a hold of them. We have tried messages and sendings and scryings. They're alive. We know that much, but we can't find them.
I will. I'm in contact with some of my friends. My one was tied to the Wanderer for a while, so maybe he could glean some sort of insight on that. But yes, I look towards Gaia's Granite Treater. I will make time in the next couple of hours to brief you on what exactly happened, if you would like. And I look to the Granite Treater, the forebear. I say to you as well, if you.
And where are the rest of the decimators?
One is on a bit of a journey for the forebearer, or Amorea Dejani, attempting to gather some forces and come through to Bulwark another way.
Can you be any more specific than that?
Yes. Amber Eye, are you aware of, have you been made aware of this?
The Granite Treaters that you have just met all roll their eyes. Ugh.
Yeah.
We are familiar with him and his forces, and we are also familiar with the fact that they are currently invading our homeland.
Exactly. We spent some time there before we knew of his true intentions after everything.
Mordecai is going through Erden.
He's going to tear that place apart and meet us on the other side.
Right. Baelet looks to Addie and Percy, and then to the two of you, Lou and Rebroth. Do we think we can get them some help?
Referring to us as... I mean, we're going to hit
Percy,
that way anyway.
Percy's thinking,
well,
I think I can get you guys there, to them, and then we can all meet up.
What Baelet is saying, they are at the moment not heading to Bulwark. They are heading to other locations. Jackson is heading to a tower in the wilds still.
On his own?
On his own at the moment. That's why we're hoping to get him some help. He apparently a tower. There is some power that is locked away there. If Jackson does not claim, apparently someone else might. So he's going to get there first and then try to meet us here. I will minor illusion what I can remember of the map, because I don't think I have it. I'm pretty sure Jackson has the map.
Yeah, go ahead, roll me. Let's go ahead and call it a history check at advantage, because you spent a lot of time looking at the map.
There we go. Ooh, that's not bad. That's 15 plus 3, 18.
Nice. Yeah, you get a pretty good facsimile of the map going.
I just put my gauntlet out and it sort of projects like the flat top kind of map.
Slowly rotates.
Yeah. We just spent time.
Mass Effect themed place.
Yeah, it's very good. So Jackson is heading from Lee, and I point to a big walled city by like a bay. It's by a bay, I believe.
Yeah, it's on a lake.
And the tower lays here.
I would like to also cast Minor Illusion. I would basically like to cast the exact same illusion Zaffir is cast, so I have a copy of the map.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you look at it and are able to conjure that map, and now you've got the understanding of how to make the map. That's cool. I like that a lot. Percy is sitting there thinking, okay, here's what we can do. You said that Mordecai, right? He is heading through Erden to get into the city.
Yes,
and he's going to wreck shop along the way.
So I made like a little Jackson mini that's sitting in Lee, and is teeter-tottering over to the tower, and I make one of Mordecai that's teeter-tottering towards the wilds. We came out of the underground into the wilds about here, and I drop like a pin in the map, roughly where we came out and met up with Chiron.
Make a left.
Make a left here. Yes, that will lead him underground for a few days into Erden, where he departed from.
Okay.
And will fight his way from there, hopefully back into Bulwark.
Okay.
So, the Erden...
Question?
It sounds like the Erden is mostly going to be a lot of fighting, and...
Not necessarily. It's going to be...
troop with him, or is he just by himself?
It really depends on we left a pretty large retinue. We went there for peace talks with the Wilds. Colonel K. Coppersot, a pretty large regiment of about 75 soldiers came with her. Those forces could be separated and sent with them. The problem is the travel, because I'm sure that some druids are able to expedite things, but in smaller numbers. So he may have a few people with him, but I don't know how many.
From what I understood, it sounds like he's going to try and take this as quietly as possible until he has to
Until he has to while out.
And he will while out.
So while he wilds out, there's someone who can hit people from afar or slip around. It might be helpful. He can make a ruckus, and while they're focused on him, people can do whatever grim work they need to. Jackson, when it comes to the tower, I have no idea what lies inside there. I would assume any manner of magical... If it's anything like the Crucible of Light that we had to fight our way through, there were traps, there were countermeasures that could surprise.
Addie, I hate to say this, but I think you're probably the best bet to go with Jackson. And I know you're so disappointed.
If anybody had said anything otherwise, I would have argued with them.
I look at Eddie. He would be very happy to see you.
Yay.
Zaffir.
Yeah.
I am sorry. There is something that I meant to address earlier on before you left the city.
Okay.
Who do you want to be your last member of your concordance?
My last member of my concordance? I don't think I picked
Let me rephrase that. Would you wanted to have assigned that to anybody before you left?
I think I've been thinking of keeping it open because it would be good to be able to communicate like with someone here, like if we need to split up and coordinate. You
had mentioned Ricard.
Ricard was on there, and then I had
and then you bounced
cut
it
it because I was trying
on.
to touch get it to Addie, but we were too far.
Yes.
But Addie's about to go be with Jackson, so that'll be easy enough.
Yeah, you've got somebody with it there,
exactly.
so that's fine.
So I think whoever is left here, I'll pin him in, and then
sounds good.
We can have a private channel.
There we go. And the channel has been quiet.
It has been.
Like nobody has a lot to say. Everybody's just kind of going. Red Hop, the grand entreater of the Forebearer, speaks up. Lou, right? You're of the sneaky sort. Do you think you might want to go and cause a ruckus? A quiet one, of course.
I have been known to cause whatever needs to be caused as necessary. So
sounds good.
I like her.
Yeah, Lou's great.
I tend to not talk too much in the planning stages, but I can get things done.
What is everybody's passive perception?
14.
Also 14.
I just thought it was really hard.
It's a 10.
19.
Okay.
Damn.
Everybody but Rebroth sees a figure enter into the back of the room. And actually, the three of you that see it are the three that would recognize this figure. Zaffir and Addie, you recognize Jeremiah of the Final Flight, the owner of the hall, who Addie, you would know you haven't seen. Like you heard that he's around, but he's been completely reclused. Lou, you know this as the man who contracted you stealing that book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You never forget a face.
It's true.
I turn around. Herr Director.
Hey there, Zaffir. Addie.
How's it going?
Jeremiah?
Doing well. Y'all doing all right? Everything going all right in here?
Yeah.
You.
All right.
That's a bit of a load.
I'm aware.
For all the shit that's happening in this moment, things are all right.
As they're sort of making pleasantries, I shoot up out of my seat, I go up to the nearest wall and put my back up against it. Mm-hmm. So last time we were in enclosed spaces, really bad shit happened, so I'm beginning to feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Sorry. My name's Jeremiah Damask. Now, actually, got the old name back, finally. This is my house.
Oh, alright, well. You have a nice place.
Thank you. Done what I could.
Thank you, Jeremiah, for letting us use this as a base of operations for now.
Of course. Lou, you got a 19, right?
Sheesh.
Even directly looking at this guy, nobody else notices this. He locks eyes with you, and just like in between, like bouncing between people, he just places a single finger to his mouth, gives you a wink, and then continues on with his conversations. Nobody else, it was a gesture so small that only somebody who could have broken into one of the noble houses would have noticed.
I do turn to Lou and Rebrat. With everything, I didn't actually introduce myself, and I'll shake Lou's hand. Zaffir, it's very good to meet you.
Pleasant to meet you as well.
I sort of nod my head towards that. I go, thank you for keeping this one alive. One of my friends would be very sad if anything happened to her. So,
My heart.
She's promised me that she will help me to retrieve my brother. So I guess
something happening with your brother.
He was in Bulwark when we had to get out.
All right, noted.
Right.
I will keep an eye out. Where was he last?
He was in the Temple of the Guides.
We're going to be doing some. If everything goes the way that we are hoping, we'll be able to. We're going to be getting into the city quietly, and hopefully we can keep an eye on things. And I will keep an eye out for him.
He has my eyes, darker hair.
And I'll turn to Rebroth and give him a big gauntleted hand, meaty dragonborn handshake.
That's what we've all been waiting for.
Right, yeah, we had to build it up. You know what I mean?
Clang of metal on metal as two
course.
gauntleted hands.
Yeah, there's a kind of a pause, a pregnant pause, and then kind of steps from the wall and allows the clanging of ridiculousness to happen, as they sort of manly arm grasp, as the shockwave. No, just kidding.
Remind me, what color of Dragonborn is Rebroth?
I am gold.
Gold. I thought so.
I am
thought
bronze.
All we're missing is silver, and we have the Olympics. Now I need you to make a promise to me.
Of course.
Whatever it is we do next, only thing that I'm worried about is keeping my promise to Lou. And we need to make sure that...
finding her brother.
Correct.
All right.
So whatever action we do next needs to be ensured that that's what helps us get that done.
I will be giving you a full briefing on our plans from here. We have an inkling of a plan. It needs to be worked out more than we have an idea of what we have here, but...
I'm good at improvising. It's fine.
Percy raises a finger. You said that Jackson, made the arrowheads?
Yeah.
Can I see that for just a second?
Sure. And I pull it off of my gauntlet and I hand it over to him.
Oh, that thing's weird. He takes the arrowhead and turns it over in his hand. And you can see he pulls off his belt a water skin and pours some into a bowl. Percy waves his hand over the bowl, and you see, for the first time in over a year, Addie, you see Jackson. He is working his way through a dense forest, brow furrowed, looking similar but different. Because the last time you saw Jackson, he was a human. And now he's an elf, but from toe to tip, that is Jackson Silver. Right.
He's taller now.
He's still my Jackson.
He is.
That's very sweet. I know where he is. I can get you to him.
Yay!
Addie.
Yes.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
All right.
Can
I'm going to send you. I'm not going. I got to stay here because I need to send Lou to the other way. All right.
Hold on, Zaffir, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just wondering if I could have my arrowhead.
Oh,
back.
yeah, of course. Actually, do you have... Here's this. Check your pack real quick. See if you have something of Mordecai. It makes this part easier.
Yeah, give me a moment.
And he rubs his hands together, and I was like, okay.
Break a leg, y'all.
Thank you very much, Addie, for your help.
What does that mean?
Do you still have that, what's that thing called? The teleportation circle diagram I made.
I pull it out of my robe and hand it over.
When you want to come back, cast it. I'll have it prepared somewhere more permanent.
I stick it in one of my pockets.
Cool. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. And he places his hands on your shoulder, and everybody else, you see 2 massive moth wings sprout from Addie's back for just a moment, wrap around her. She's gone.
Yeah, right before Addie leaves, I do shoot a message to Jackson over Concordance.
Yep.
And I say, Jack, kiss her good, my boy.
Did you find something of Mordecai's? You can make something up.
I have the magic hot plate that I think he had, and he gave it to me at one point.
Yes, that's yep. I believe that is correct. So you hand the hot rock over to Percy, and he takes it, and he waves his hand as you look in, and you see in that forest these moth wings start to appear. He waves his hand over, and it is replaced with an image of a shifter crouching low in a dark tunnel. Big mutton chops, wearing all like leathered armor with a stone shield on his back.
And a necklace with just too many things.
Oh, yeah, no, just a ridiculously chonky necklace.
It's just got so much stuff on it.
Super at home at Claire's. All right, yeah, it looks like he's ready. All right. Lou.
Yes?
You ready?
I suppose.
You all right?
It's never easy to jump between places.
No. For what it is worth, I think this is better than a teleportation circle.
Be ready, it's a little cold.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Just a little bit.
All right, I'm thinking also warm thoughts.
I'll send a message to Mordecai as well. This one just says incoming. Careful, she's feisty.
Love it.
Perfect.
2 hands placed on Lou's shoulders, and then everybody else sees the same moth wings appear, wrap around her.
Like, as the wings pop up, I just say, don't fucking die.
Same to you.
And Lou is gone. A moment of silence passes as Lou leaves, leaving Rabroth alone with the grand entreaters of the Granorian Peninsula. They look to each other, and then all to Caitlin Kane, who looks up and addresses everybody. Right then, what's next? Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at AnotherPathPod, and our network at ghostlightmedia.net. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. A special thanks to our donor, Nathan N., or by giving us a rating and review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Christina at Phoenix Stargirl, Zach at ThatGuyZachRob, Kim at Metzger on Twitter, and Duval at Duval King Jacob. Kim can also be found on her podcast, the Beholder's Eye podcast. Duval can also be found as the co-founder of The Empatheater and the host and GM for Duval and Dragons on the So Maddie Games Twitch channel. Both Kim and Duval's link trees are in the description of this episode. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode. And until then, remember that sometimes the real treasures are in fact the friends we make along the way. Everything all right over there, Kim? You seem...
It's just everything is fucking loud today. Like,
okay.
I turned my AC way the hell up so that it wouldn't kick in, and for some reason it kicked in anyway.
Oh.
And my cat's just like meowing all over the place. And,
Sure.
People stomping around upstairs.
Yeah, no, like, I never fuss about, like, animal sounds in the background. I am...
Look, everyone loves to hear a kitty meows.
No. Well, you don't have chatty cats. Like,
I've been trying for years to get my cats to meow on mic, and it doesn't happen. I don't have chatty cat. Well, Ripley has gotten more chatty, but it's only when she's downstairs and we're upstairs, and she's like, why aren't you down here with me? And it's like, you can just come upstairs. It's easy.
if I ever am in need of a chatty cat on mic, I will just have Chuck hop on, because Reggie will just chitter chatter. I have been keeping an eye on him while he's out of town for a few days, and I just go over there and it's just meow, meow, meow. It's like, I know, Reginald.
There's a very cute cat on TikTok named Cash that is very chatty, and they always put him in fun hats.
I do
And
like
so,
that.
and so he sits there, he's just meow.
Delightful.
It's like, oh, boy. This has been a Ghostlight Media production.